hot. Oh, it's cooking. Got umbrella just in case.
The sun is shining and it is a wonderful day here in Cape Town at the Belgotex Fairmont Hockey Festival as Edgemead are taking on our guests all the way from the Garden Route in George, York High School. My name's AJ Sperenzuk and I'm joined today by my good friend Randall Crisp. Randall, how are you? You've had a bit of a long weekend?
Yeah, a little bit of a long weekend. You know, with the Western Provinces Boland series that went down at Saxon Bishops, but great to be back here for some high school hockey with Edgemead coming up against York High, the long distance travellers from both sides of the N7.
Yeah, it's good to have York here. They haven't had many hockey matches. I was chatting to Jason Slater, their coach, before the game today, and he's saying that it's been about 19 months since they've actually gone on a tour. And a team like York, they actually travel out of George quite often. They regularly come down to Cape Town. They regularly travel around and play various games. So it's really good to have them here, and yeah, we're happy to have them. And just something that we must recognize is that Jason Slater, it's 20 years that Jason has been involved with the York first team. So we congratulate Jason Slater, and he doesn't look a day older than when the first day I met him many years ago. So we congratulate Jason Slater on that. And also from Edgemead's Jordan Milan, number 10. It's his first game for Edgemead, so we wish him well for his first game. As you see the start here from Edgemead as they hold the ball in midfield. They're dropping the ball down the back, but they lose it now as York has a chance with looking for a big ball down the middle, but got a little touch on by Edgemead stick, but it's not cleared as York still have the ball inside the 25. They're driving towards the circle. Big ball comes in and it hits a foot. And York, with just about a minute gone in the first chucker, they have a penalty corner and a chance to take an early lead.
Yeah, it's quite a blinding start here. I mean, we are 1.5, just under 1.5 minutes in. Not even 1.5. We're 1 minute in. First short corner, and it's clear that York are here to play, and that I've not seen that level of outright pace in the first minute in a while. Well, not since last weekend. You put it that way.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but again, the York haven't played. Unfortunately, they've said they haven't played many games this season, so they must be super excited to be here today. So penalty corner, push out coming in from the side to First Castle. Flick comes in, ran down by the first wave, but the ball still inside the circle. Shot comes in, but umpire blowing dangerous, and York taking a shot and a miss swing. And again, if you are watching us on YouTube, please drop us any messages in the comment line and let us know where you're watching from, who you're supporting. Give us some score predictions, any comments or questions, and we'll happily engage with you throughout the game as York take on Edgemead here at the Belgotex Fairmont Hockey Festival. Massive thanks to Belgotex for their sponsorship and always backing hockey. Thank you very much. As we see ball again inside the circle, York just have it. Edgemead, we've got a little bit of defending to do, and again York finding another foot and hitting a foot inside the circle. Second penalty corner now to York.
Yeah, another fantastic build up there, and I see that the first comment has already come through on the stream. Edgemead boys not ready for Andre Klaassen and Michael Engelbrecht. That'll be number 5, Michael Engelbrecht, and Andrew Klaassen, number 7 from York.
Yeah, Nicholas Hunter saying 3-1 York prediction. Thank you, Nicholas.
It's a brave prediction. They're saying again, they are dangerous.
The shot comes in. They're going to go for a little slip, and shot comes in and it just goes wide. And that will be another 16 to Edgemead. Edgemead under a lot of pressure for the first couple of minutes here.
No, one thing that's always surprised me about SWD, not many schools, not many players, but they seem to have buckets of talent out there in the George, Neisner, Mossel Bay area.
Yeah, you make a good point there, because I mean, it's true. You've only got very few schools in that area. It's a nice move from York as they're moving down the left hand side, but unfortunately a missed pass, and Edgemead picks it up, but York wins it back yet again. He's got a bit of a scrap in midfield. He's going to look to try and release the ball. He does down the middle. There's a chance down the wide, finding good space down the right hand side. The right hand side that they've won the 2 penalty corners from. Ball comes inside, but it's beaten one player. Still got a chance. Ball comes inside the circle, hits of Edgemead stick and goes over the baseline. And I agree with what you say. There's not many schools in the SWD region, but somehow every year they produce good hockey teams. They've got players that, you know, you've got somebody like Sam and Vimby who went to the Olympics. You know, old Oakhill boy from SWD. So they really are. I mean, so it just proves that you don't need necessarily a whole bunch of schools to make something out of it.
You just need a Jason Slater.
Yeah, you just need a Jason Slater. He's definitely been around. He's as we mentioned earlier, 20 years with this York first team. So if you want somebody with experience, then Jason Slater is definitely the person to go for. Edgemead under a lot of pressure now. York seem to be getting comfortable very, very quickly in the game as they look still down that right hand side to move the ball. Ball comes in, but it hits an Edgemead stick, and Edgemead with a chance to clear it, but haven't cleared the danger, and York still have it down that deep right hand side as they drive towards the T-point. Ball comes in, comes off an Edgemead stick and bounces away, but yet Edgemead haven't cleared the danger as York still with the ball, and they're going to try to look to play a tomahawk shot, but hits the stick, and umpire saying penalty corner.
Very smart play there. Very, very smart play. Presence of mind by the striker. Looking to get the defender on the back foot there, Mr. Keen Grieve. Another key player to look out for here is number 10, AB Essa, I believe is Abdurrahman Essa, who is the brother of, if I just believe it's Akila Essa in the girls' side. Who also had a fantastic match as Dane Clark pulled the rock in the side, and hoping that she does look to study geology. She actually noted him as her hero, her hockey hero, and great to see him holding it down here in the midfield.
Yeah, York again through the middle. They're very comfortable moving the ball around, and just going to play it around and just get comfortable, as this is very synonymous with what York's done in the past. Very happy to just move the ball around, and then as soon as they go forward, they move forward at quite a lot of pace. Edgemead win the ball, and they've got it still deep in their 25, and they look to consolidate just a little bit. And York not putting them under pressure just yet, and they're happy to sit back. And over it comes across, and fortunately a mistrap, and Edgemead will have York will have a free hit on the left hand side as they take it quickly down the left hand side as he's looking for passing options. Doesn't have anything yet, but there's some space down the right hand side, and it's a bit of a missed pass, and York bench not happy with the pass that went across.
Yeah, looked like a bit of a miscommunication there by the two players playing out on the right.
Randall, you were involved with the Western Province 18A side this weekend when they played in the series against Boland. Did you notice any differences from the previous years that you were manager of that side? Obviously, given that we haven't had as much hockey, as much competitive hockey, and did you see a difference, or did it look like the guys hadn't missed a beat while they were playing?
Well, one thing I will say is that it seemed as if the players had been piling on a lot of hockey in a really short space of time. We had a few what seemed like overuse injuries, a little bit of fatigue coming through. When I say injuries, I'm not talking about like a bugged knee or injured back or twisted muscle. It's mostly a matter of, it's like the brain was, another big one coming inside. Well defended by keeper, looking for that short corner again. Big shot, no, still looking around, still has the ball, weaving his way through. Well defended there by number 4, Jordan Scott. I think the main thing was just the time it took for the boys to switch on that first 2 or 3 minutes. But other than that, I mean, you're kind of expecting the guys to come back from lockdowns to be a little bit tired and exhausted and not being able to keep up and losing a bit of fitness, but none of that I could see. Quite fantastic to see the guys actually switching on so soon, having the fitness and conditioning up to scratch despite having such long breaks.
Yeah, it's good to hear, because I mean it seems like that excitement level was just through the roof when the guys were playing. I mean, I could pick it up when we were commentating and watching, especially the Western Province's Boland game, which was, besides the scoreline, was a really, really tight game.
Yeah.
A really very fast and exciting game. And something that we definitely enjoyed watching from start to finish.
Yeah, my heart may have stopped a few times.
So just a couple of more comments. Michael J saying they're dangerous. Andrew Brown saying prediction 5-0 to York. Prince Mutenure, sorry, let's go team. Apologies if I have said your name incorrectly. Nicholas Hunter, boys look comfortable. Regan Baker saying come on York. Michael J 7-0 to York. Asher Hartnick saying let's go York. So thanks guys for your comments. I just only see York comments coming through. Maybe the Edgemead supporters are on holiday at the moment since they are on public holiday. So
Or maybe they've snuck their way into the arena here.
yeah,
Watching it live.
ball
Look at them burn.
keeper kicks the ball away, but he hasn't cleared the danger. York still have it inside the 25, and they're going to look for a passing option. Lots of space here on the left hand side. As ball goes in, it hits a foot, but there will be a free hit for York. And Edgemead players hit the ball away, but you must be very careful with that. Umpire will probably not allow that in the future. As York have a free hit here on the left side. ABS are on the ball currently, and he's moved it down to Connor McGuffok on the post, and he's sorry I said on T point as his ball goes over the baseline. Will still be York free hit. ABS are still on the ball at the moment. Looks for a big ball in the inside, but unfortunately lose it. Edgemead now on the counter. They don't have many numbers forward, but York done well to get numbers back. As York win it yet again.
Oh, we have a first Edgemead coming.
Sean Slater, ball comes inside the circle, hits a stick and goes over the baseline. It will be a long corner there to York. Well, there we go. We got some of the Edgemead guys. Kyra saying, come on Edgemead. Cameron Whittle sending all the flames. PVT Mayo, come on York. Megan Boerter saying, let's go Edgemead. Stefan Geldenhuis, let's go Blocks. Megan Boerter say prediction 5-0 to Edgemead. And go from Jason Grieve, go Yorkies, put one in the back of the net. So thank you all for the comments as we...
I believe Cameron Whittle may be family of number 3 Eli Whittle. As York come away with another short corner.
Charlene Brocker also saying go York, and Jessica Scott saying let's go Eagles.
Ooh, the battle in the comment section.
The last time we had battle like this was when Milnerton was playing Edgemead, and it was actually quite fun to read. We couldn't keep up with the comments and with the action that was going on the field. So here we go again, York with another penalty corner. So they look to try and get onto the score sheet. Push comes out and they looks for a little bit of zigzag, but Edgemead have handled it quite well. Reverse stick goes out and umpire says that hits the back of the stick.
Very well defended there by Edgemead.
Yeah, very well defended, and they covered their spaces really well. Liam Lloyd's obviously got, the coach of Edgemead obviously has done a bit of homework. Not much homework to be done with the York side, unfortunately, because they haven't obviously played much hockey. Yeah, so Edgemead have a chance now. It's a 2v3 at that point, but well done there by skipper Liam Galvin, doing really well by just holding that space in front of the defenders and controlling it nicely, as we see. Connor again on this left hand side, as ABS is still on the ball, but he's looking to make a pass and he's found his skipper. He's still got options down the left hand side as big ball comes inside the circle, but well controlled, and keeper makes a save, and that was Keen Grieve making himself an absolute menace inside the circle in the first chucker here, and it was 6 seconds to go.
I believe that was his 6th circle entry in the first chucker.
Just from him.
So
he's definitely somebody that the Edgemead team's got to look out for, because he just seems to be getting the ball inside the circle a lot.
We're still seeing York boys walking back across the halfway line, not realizing that it is end of half, so everyone may pile around the circle for a 3-4 bonus goal.
So that ball goes outside the 5-yard area, but a tomahawk shot comes in and it's lifted over the back line. I'm looking at Jason Slater. He's shaking his head a little bit there. So Jason Slater just shaking his head a little bit. I think he's just a little bit frustrated with the execution from his team, but no doubt it's a good first 15 minutes already by the York boys. Edgemead have done well. They have, despite all the all their defending. They have kept it to 0-0s currently, and something that Liam Lloyd and the coach and coaching staff and the team will be happy about, but they're going to want to get a bit more comfortable, get hold of the ball, just so that they can start making a presence on the game currently. As we look at Liam Lloyd on the bottom of the screen and Jason Slate on top of the screen having a chat to his team, two very different conversations that will be happening there. No doubt Liam will be chatting a little bit defensively and looking at making sure his players on the right spaces, but they're also looking at the counter-attack option that his team is going to look to try and score from. And I think Jason's going to ask his team to be a bit more efficient and execute better in the circle. They've got all the space, they just couldn't score the goal yet.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think one thing that's quite clear from the York side is just how relaxed they are in defence. Quite relaxed in midfield, not rushing it at all, looking for the simple connections, with a keen Grieve looking to have lunch in that day. Keen Grieve is a grade 11 boy. Most memorable moment for him was his under 14 game against Porus, winning 3-1 in the atmosphere the team brought during the game. What he wants to do after school is athletics in the UK. Not surprising by that pace. Hobbies include beach touch rugby. Sounds like a SWB thing. Hockey role model Diane Kasim, someone who's given us a lot of help in the field.
Listen, I'm pretty fortunate that I've had the pleasure of coaching Diane when he was at Bishops, and I'm very happy that he was on my team and not the opposition team. So good role model to have there. As we thank you again for joining us. We're about to start quarter number 2. My name's AJ Spirinsuk and I'm joined by Randall Crisp as we bring you game number 2 of the day. It's the first boys game of the tournament, as York all the way from George are taking on Edgemead in the Belgotex Fairmont hockey tournament. So we thank Belgotex again for their wonderful support of hockey throughout the country, and especially for this tournament. Is moving the ball down the middle. There's some space, and again York just seemed to be carrying on from first half, and that lots of possession and happy to be moving the ball around in midfield. Edgemead now with the ball, and I'm going to go through again some of the comments. Thank you all. There's a serious amount of comments coming through on YouTube, and we appreciate all the comments. Megan Boerter saying prediction 5-0 Edgemead, go Yorkies. Put one in the back of net from Jason Grieve. Jessica Scott saying let's go Eagles. Kyra saying let's go Eagles. Emmeline Kuchlenberg. And as we see that Edgemead have the ball on the right hand side, but they have miscontrol, but they still have it at the moment. As they look for a pass, and a pass down towards the right hand side, but York win it again, and a chance for York to now move forward, but ball's lifted, and Jason Slater shouting from the side, asking his players just to focus on the basics. Andrew Brown saying 1-2 variation. Yeah, that's referring to the penalty corner just before the first chucker. And Jason Grieve saying York winning the comments. Michelle Charles saying go Edgemead. Isabella Erasmus, let's go York. Jessica Scott, yes boys. At Kyra looking strong. Colin Charles, go Edgemead, go Jared from Pan Omi in Margate. Hello Colin, I remember when we were doing the Fairmont Edgemead game, Colin was supporting. Hello Colin, all the way from Margate. Appreciate your time and you watching. We hope you enjoy the coverage throughout the next couple of days. Nicholas Hunter saying time for Coach Slater's motivation. I was playing at a tournament, and I was videoing a game, and we were videoing York because they were the opposition that we were going to be playing against. And Jason came and did his team talk. It was a funny story. A shot comes in and goes over the keeper, and another chance goes a begging. And just to comment about Jason, we were videoing York because we were playing them. Jason came and did his team talk right underneath where I was sitting, where I was in the tower. I didn't video it, but he had a very inspirational talk to his team, and he was pumped up. The team was pumped up, and they ended up winning, I think 3 or 4-1 after being 1-0 down for quite a long period in the game. So yeah, those Jason's later comments comes in. Jason Grieve says thanks for the commentary, guys. We appreciate it, Jason. We hope you enjoy it. We look forward to engaging with you throughout the week as well. Michael J, York should be 3-0 up. Yeah, we probably agree with that. They've had a fair bit of opportunities. Jason Green, that's my boy. Marlo Ford, York can't cope with Coach Liam's mustache.
I'm actually waiting for the cap to come off.
Yeah, he hasn't taken the cap off yet, and that's normally a sign. But yeah,
probably hasn't been to the barber.
Yeah, so Liam has started November quite early. He's a couple of days, 3 weeks early. But no doubt it's going to look on fire when it comes to November.
I believe that both of us have also started in November early.
I've just been bored. That's why I haven't shaved mine.
I'm saving electricity and water.
Big ball there from Eli Whittle towards his right inside. Another big ball inside the circle and a good one touch. And there's a chance here from York and ball comes in. Great save by Edgemead as they try and clear the danger. And really good work there. Wonderful first time touch going inside the circle and a really, really good move. But an equally great save from Edgemead defender. I think that was Ryan Bruce that saved it on the line. And really, really good work. And game's definitely coming alive now.
That deserves at least 3 Cokes and a samosa.
In the last couple of comments, Catherine Cato saying, let's go. You're keen, looking dangerous from Regan Becker. Regan, we dominating, just can't finish from Tristan Lawrence. Is Edgemead here with a chance now? They've got some numbers forward. As they're going to look for pass into space. Good pass into space. It's a 2v2 situation at the moment. Unfortunately, can't control him.
Go for the ball!
They're going to put Liam Galvin under a bit of pressure in that space, and some good work there, good skill from Liam Galvin, but Edgemead win it again and they've got a chance. The ball goes inside the circle. Bit of a tackle, bad tackle there from York, and Edgemead get a penalty corner, and after all the defending that they've done, they've now got a chance to try and get one on the line. It's a tackle there on inside, and
a little bit of a heated exchange between Liam Lloyd and the air between himself and the umpires, because they are definitely not going to be responding to him. Looking to put something on the board here. Interesting variation for first up short corner.
Yeah, I think what they wanted to try and do is they wanted to maybe try and just get it short and try and get on the target. But what they did was they went short and they went back to the pusher. And the problem with going short and then back to the pusher is that the angle for the pusher to try and score is limited, and he's going to be pushing it straight back into defenders that will be standing in that space. So if they want to do, for instance, one back to the pusher, they should technically rather go straight to top D and then back to the pusher, because then you'll have more space and you'll have a little bit more of an angle. So something that they'll want to do. But York obviously have their numbers in, but Edgemead definitely now seem to be getting a little bit more comfortable. And as I say that they've lost the ball, but York has the chance now. Tries to make a pass. Michael Steyn, big ball inside. He's got a attacker inside the circle, but he just couldn't find it. It was well covered by Eli Whittle in just inside D. And Edgemead have a free now far on the right hand side as things are starting to get a little bit tense from both sides. There's big overhead inside the circle. It's a great overhead. Ball comes in, and there will be a chance there for. And that was again Kieran Healy, who tried to get a shot in, but keeper from Edgemead, Nicholas Warren, closed him down. And another chance from York that has gone a begging. Ball comes inside the circle, hits a Edgemead stick.
It's like we can't just give York a goal. They've been in the D, they've been applying all that pressure on the Edgemead defence, not backing off at any point, looking absolutely relaxed in the middle of the field, but it's just that last 9 yards that are just not converting.
Yeah, it's just something that it's almost like that case of they've just got ball comes inside the circle and there's a chance now. Shot comes in, and Edgemead just seems to get bodies in the way, and it's another penalty corner there for York. There's another chance with 5 minutes to go for York to get on the score sheet.
Well, they've had a few short corners already, so I wonder what kind of variation they'll be looking for here.
Well, one option they could go, because Edgemead's obviously running out from the top really, really quickly. One variation they could do, and I don't know if they have trained it, most likely they probably have, is probably going to go 2 castles and then try and manipulate the first wave into going to one of the castles and then flicking from the other one. That could be an option. Unfortunately, ball comes in, and remember, it is quite a warm day here, so the ball comes in as the shot comes in and hits an Edgemead stick, and like we say, Edgemead just seem to get bodies in the way. Ball goes over the baseline, or hasn't gone over the baseline, still in, and Edgemead still haven't cleared the danger yet, but York have the ball deep on that left hand side, and they'll they'll be looking to try and get the ball inside the circle. But in that time, they've been nice and patient, happy to move the ball around. And
yeah, this has been their style for most of the match. Not rushing into the D, looking for that opportunity, as we see the youngster Nalpasaki looking to get something from there. Number 14, Rowan Bassett, still putting a lot of pressure on the Edgemead strikers as they look to apply reverse pressure. But the York again just cruising their way through, no rush at all. Long corner.
yeah, as we
Message coming through from the Western Province and the 18A technical advisor or assistant coach saying we need to water the stuff.
Yeah, normally what they do on a turf like this, on a day that's this warm, they normally take a water bottle and put it on the water spot, on the push-out spot of the penalty corner, so that at least the first meter or half a meter, the ball travels quite smoothly. It seems like that, and I know it sounds funny that I'm saying it, but they have had a lot of short corners and they haven't actually had time. If I look at the bottle, looks like it's empty.
It's looking a bit dry.
In
and
that,
it looks a little bit small.
Yeah, bottle looks empty on that corner, so it doesn't. I don't think York has any water in that bottle at the moment to push it out.
We can send someone down there.
No, that's the team's responsibility. So
bribery is. Oh wait,
so he has a little bit of water there that he's putting on the push-out spot. As York have another penalty corner, and umpires just stopped time quickly. Was not happy with where the goalpost decided to move itself.
Again, something is coming. With 2.5 minutes left.
Push comes out, will go just unfortunately not executed that well by York, but shot comes in and it's an Edgemead player, but umpire said it was dangerous, so there will be a 16-yard free to Edgemead as we slowly tick away with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in quarter number 2. As we see, York still has majority of the possession, but Edgemead have been defending majority of the time. They've only just had one circle entry or 2 circle entries, and unfortunately haven't had something from it. As York have the ball under control yet again. Again, well controlled. ABS will take the free hit, and Edgemead start getting their numbers behind the ball again. Still amazing that with just under a minute to go, that it is still only 0-0.
And at the same time, the York boys are still looking like they're having a few cups of tea in the middle of the park. They are definitely under pressure from the Edgemead side, but it seems like they are just absorbing that pressure like absolute professionals.
Yeah, they just seem to be. I mean, I think what they've done really well is they are really finding themselves in the correct position. Whenever I think it is very difficult for York to beat them when they pile all their players at the back, and York's doing really well to limit the amount of pressure and limit the amount of space that they have. I think York need to be a little bit sharper on going forward, because at the moment we saw that Edgemead looked a lot more vulnerable when they hit them quickly on a counter-attack or on a turnover. So once York wins the ball in midfield, they win the ball in midfield and they should go quickly. Because at the moment what they're doing is they've had two opportunities where they've gone quickly and they've had a chance, where they've almost caught Edgemead before Edgemead could even set up their numbers. They found space.
Yeah.
When Edgemead when there's free hits and when Edgemead is putting all their numbers back, then it's become really hard, because Edgemead manning up really, really nicely 1v1 on defense, and that's something that they need to do. But something that York could potentially also do is maybe move the ball around the back a little bit more, draw more of the Edgemead players out, because at the moment they're going direct towards Edgemead from those free hits, from those dead ball areas, and they just haven't been able to get through Edgemead.
First half done here, as scoreline still 0-0. Parents and viewers at home may have noticed that the ball rolled over the side of the field and the player vanished for what seemed like 15 years to fetch it. That's because there's a massive hill on that side. The ball goes over there, it rolls all the way to Worcester. So we just also want to send a big thanks again to Livingston Baths, the South African manufacturer of luxury freestanding baths and complementary basins. And each one of those baths is individually crafted, created with carefully blended composites. And at the same time, we also want to say thanks to Belgotex Sport Performance Surfaces.
So ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Sorry we're laughing, we just got a Jason Slater just shouted to us to say we must switch the cameras off because he's not happy with the way his team's playing. It's just a funny and a good laugh from him. But thank you very much thank you for getting my words messed up. Thank you very much and welcome back. Let me just say it slowly.
So we need a coffee.
So see Edgemead as the start of the third chuck and the ball comes inside the circle, beats the keeper and goes wide. And what a start. 20 seconds in the game and already with a chance. Liam Lloyd seemed to be having a stern word with his team as they come out in the third chucker, firing. A ball comes inside. Nice 45 ball. There's some space inside the circle, but doesn't find it as he's going to... Ball goes in and hits a stick of a York player and out wide. And Edgemead looks to win the ball, and they're still under lots of pressure. Are York in this first couple of minutes of the game, and Edgemead still have a free 20 seconds outside the 25. And quick free taken, he's beaten the first play. Ball comes inside the circle, hits a York stick, and then hit off a York stick onto a foot. And Randall, what a start!
I'm starting to wonder, does this turf have a lean to it, or are we just seeing a fantastic change in tactics and strategy here by Coach Liam Lloyd? Because that start, I mean, we are 1 minute in, and it's basically the same start we had at the very beginning of the game, but in the same direction on the field. Looks like everything's going north here.
Yeah, just everything seems to be here. As Edgemead pushes the ball out and they get it mistrapped in that space, and it has lifted off an Edgemead stick and onto the Edgemead body, and just a moment for us to catch a breath here. But as we say, that overhead for York into space, but Edgemead pick it up and they've cleared it over the left-hand sideline.
That was the debutant from Edgemead, Mr. Milan. Looks like he took a ball to the face. Still a bit out of sorts there on the other side. Seems to be stumbling a little bit. May need to be looked at.
There's definitely a link there that you need to be walking.
He's on his way back there. Again, my name's AJ Spirinzuk, and I'm joined by Randall Crisp. And thanks for joining us and bringing you match number 2 here from the Belgotex Fairmont Hockey Festival. Tom Hawk shot comes in, hits a foot and goes past the keeper, and it's goal number 1 to York after almost 25,
let's call it
27 minutes gone, and we finally have goal number 1. And the keeper was not able to see where the ball was because it deflected off something. Just in. 1-0 to York, and now as they score that, there's a chance now. Another Tomahawk shot comes in, beats the keeper, and it's another goal! What a finish, and York take a 2-0 lead.
What a start in the second half by York. Okay, I take back what I said. I take back what I said about the turf having a little bit of a lean. It seems like it has leaned back in the other direction, as expected from the first half. But again, we see, I believe this is Emery Bobs building his way up on the outside there. Vice captain of the Edgemead side.
Our game seems to, I think that little attack at the start of that attack, that ball's lifted dangerously, and Edgemead have a quick free hit. They're going to try and move the ball, hits the foot. They still have the advantage. So they still have the ball, but it just seems that attack from Edgemead has just spurred York on a little bit. Umpire not happy with the ball being 5, ball not being 5, and
looks like this will be a period of York just taking a step back again, looking to build up with patience. As you see them looking again to take advantage of the full size of the park.
It's really calm defending there. Fun for Edgemead, as Edgemead have numbers forward, and they can just go from stick to stick. They'll have a chance, and there's a play on the left hand side. Ball comes across to him, mistraps it and goes over the baseline, and just a few more opportunities now for Edgemead as the game starts to open up quite significantly at the moment.
Yeah, this is starting to turn into a little bit of a hot match of back and forth. More messages coming in through the comment section, which is still on fire. We have Tristan Lawrence. Regan, we're dominating, just can't finish, with an emoji with a little, what do we call that emoji? A skew face?
Hockey stick and a ball.
Reinhard de Vries, let's go York. Shane Klaassen backing the blocks, let's go Yorkies. Reinhard de Vries, Keen's probably going to gas this whole team.
Here we have a counter-attack from York as they got numbers forward. He's just got to look for a stick. The ball comes in. There will be a shot that comes in. Keeper makes a save. Another shot comes in, and fortunately York hitting one of the Edgemead sticks and
Fantastic save. That was a textbook save by the keeper.
opened up a lot, and it's 4v4 on the opposite side of the field here as Edgemead are looking to come back from their 2-0 deficit.
Shane Klaassen, it's coming Yorkies and Andrew Brown. Nothing beats a halftime talk with Mr. Slater. Just as you said earlier. Let's see, Paniaritu, come on York. Jason Grieve, let's finish it guys. Again, 1 goal and it will flow as predicted. As we see another entry here by King Grieve. Well defended again by Edgemead. Looking for the big ball up the line. Crunching challenges. Tristan Lawrence, let's go Kazi. Easy stuff, boy. Colin Charles again. Oh, let's see what's going on here. There's so many comments coming through. We're just trying to keep up. We will get back to them in a second. But at the same time, we have York again. Quick circle entry. Fantastic finish. Clinical finish. It's what you expect from a striker, AJ. I mean, loose ball in the D, open space. Anything that's out there has to be taken.
That's proper little poachers finish. As soon as they pounce on every opportunity that pops up in the game, and it's definitely something that it's definitely a striker's thing, but it definitely seems now like York have fixed their first half blues, and now they just seem to be working really well as they still got the ball under pressure. Obstruction, and it's beaten the player away.
Yeah, we still have what seems like the entirety of YouTube's comments coming through here. I'm sure we can get the rest of the youngsters throwing in a comment. As Ingrid Nogaard comes through again with Go Yorkies. Well defended there on the outside on top D. Looking to build back up. Another turnover in the middle of the field. Great tackle there by Connor.
Shot comes in and keeper makes a save, and they still haven't cleared the dangers. The ball hits it looked like it hit a Edgemead stick, but it's gone straight over from a York stick, and it will be a 16 to Edgemead.
KRL, let's go York. Jason Grieve, Edgemead keepers playing well. Tristan Lawrence, let's go Shauno, bang this one, brother. Kai Indigo, what time does Tracy's play?
They might be playing the next game if I remember correctly. Yeah, Oudtshoorn versus Fairmont will be the next game on the turf.
Tracy's being full Streso, Emily?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we also have ostriches out where we live. One that jumps the fence from time to time. Michael J. York number 6 looking frightening. That'll be Conor McGuffog. Reinhard de Vries, York out here practicing tiki-taka. 100% there, sir.
York still with the ball as they enter, and umpire not happy. It's missed the ball and he hit a Edgemead stick.
Jason Grieve back to basics. York, and it will come. Michael J. I would pay to watch Andre play now. Illy number 7, Andre Klaassen. Glad you can join the stream here, sir. It's as good as it gets. Nick Fiamingo, Slot Drag beats. Colin Charles coming, Edgemead, one for the Margate family. Asher Artnik laughs. Oh, those are laughing emojis. Dedre Don Pedro, yes boys. Star eye emojis. Daniel Fansel, yes boys. Michael J, yes. Cameron Water, love to see it. And we will come back to the comments in a moment.
Yeah, just under 3 minutes to go here, and York, after those first 3 goals, or first 2 goals, just seemed way more comfortable and seemed to just find their groove, and in the time have scored a third. just need to keep stringing it together if they want to score. Also basics for both teams, letting them down just a little bit, but we understand that given it's also a very warm day, bouncy turf, something that they will have to get used to really quickly, and it's just going to get warmer throughout the day.
Yeah, I think we are really poorly dressed for this heat.
Yeah, no, I definitely, a long pants and a t-shirt it feels like board shorts, sandals, and sunglasses and a vest weather.
No, man, we're in the northern suburbs. This is PT shorts and fairlies weather.
So Edgemead unfortunately mistrapping it in midfield, and York win it again, and they've got space now a little bit down the right hand side, but they patiently move the ball around the back, but probably pickpocketed a little bit as Edgemead now with the ball. They don't have many numbers forward as York closed the middle space of the field really, really well.
How calm is that defensive work?
Yeah, Liam Galvin doing some really, really good defensive work there. I'm just patiently happy to let them come onto them in defense.
And that is Captain Liam Galvin. As we are the rolling wheels of Jody Erasmus, coach of the Fairmont boys. Rolling past with his what looks like a school whiteboard that he may have taken out of a classroom.
I don't think you can get any bigger than that whiteboard.
You can see that thing.
York still with the chance now. They want to free it, and they're just getting dragged. They're just getting dragged a little bit into the same space. They just go down the same channels. Some big skills happening down.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit scrappy. You're seeing quite a few shoulders going in, maybe a hand. Maybe that we are getting to the end of Q3 now. Fatigue starting to set in, a little bit of exhaustion from the heat. As you see Captain Liam Galvin here, happy to draw an attacker away.
Oh, like a big challenge, but he did miss the ball. But his shoulder still came in, and Edgemead just got to be careful. They're trying to win the ball very, very quickly, and if they aren't careful, they don't want to get on the wrong side of the umpire with some of the challenges. So they've just got to be very careful with some of the challenges that they've made.
Great tackle.
Good tackle there, but unfortunately couldn't take full use of it as the third quarter chucker goes down, and we are still 12 and a half minutes away here from the end of the game, and York holding what seems at the moment a very comfortable 3-1 lead. It's getting very warm. I don't think the boys have played in warm weather like this in the wild. It's the first real day of summer if we think about it in Cape Town.
Yeah,
I'd love to see the sun.
I mean, even last weekend was still a rainy, cold, damp, muggy weekend, and we've come through to this weekend now with the sun is shining. Really great afternoon, and I believe the comments are still on fire.
Yeah, we just thank you all for watching. We've got quite a lot of people watching. We really appreciate it, and we thank you for engaging. We no doubt that the teams are appreciating your support. Kaya Raal saying York, Robert Ribbler saying nice, Daniel van Sale saying game over. Edgemead will probably not want to hear that, but York will definitely want to close things off. James K. Shuttleworth saying wow. Katharina Katter, well done York. Is Michael J number 6, I love you dog. Kaya Raal saying legends. Jason Grieve, whoop whoop. Nicholas Hunter, what did Mr. Slater say? I won't repeat what he said, but let me just say it was very inspirational, and everybody was pumped by what he had to say. So when you mentioned it earlier that he was at his usual his typical halftime inspirational talk, I knew it brought me back to that story. And Nick Pio saying go York. Cameron Whittle saying yes. Justin Lawrence saying Sean is crazy. Wow. Asher Hotnick, sheesh. So they obviously commenting with the goals that were scored. Nick Fiamingo by the way beats his Michael Jake York special. There's something about those halftime tea talks from Andrew Brown's. Definitely a whole lot of York old players that are coming in, York old boys. Jason Greaves, great goal. Cameron Whittle, glad the cameras are on. Yeah, as soon as we were going to shout down to Jason and say, well, Jason, are you happy that we've kept the cameras on for your team? Nick Fiamingo, he says, and he puts it away. Michael J, thanks. Nick F. Tristan Lawrence saying, let's go. Katharina Katter, woo. Nick Flamingo, Jason Grieve, you were right about the flow. Jason Grieve, thankfully. Henrik saying, go Michael. Faiz Botem, make Zamalek proud, boys. And Nick Pio, what a save. Thank you all for the comments. There's just so many. Ludolf Pedro saying Andrew and Shane Klaas. Yes, Mike, 3-0 up for you. 3-0 for your coming up. Ludolf Pedro, next level. Blocks on fire from Isabel Erasmus. Baker saying from Daniel Van Sar. Anouk Pio saying yes, York. Cameron Whittle. She's oh yes. Kaya Raal, let's go York. Shane Klaas and our blood is blue. Michael J saying 7-0 still a thing. Well, we'll see about that. Edgemead obviously don't want to hear that, and obviously York are going to try hard to get those goals. Daniel Fossel, oh no, where can the fixtures and schedules be found? If I understand correctly, for Sportivo app, you can go on it and they'll be updating it as games happen on the Sportivo app. V and Isom, I see that ref. How's it, Christopher? You go, Boichi. Charlene Brocker saying well done, York. Catherine Cato, that's our boys. Very classy performance by Yorkie Andrew Brown. Anthony Rumble. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Uncle AJ and Oom Randall. Thanks for the commentary. As a York old boy, this is good to see. I remember plenty of halftime team talks from Slater. So thanks, Anthony. We appreciate it. Anthony also spent some time in the commentary box with us at various tournaments. As York here with a chance. A little bit of a scrap in midfield. They're going to want to try and keep the ball away from contact because Edgemead are very good on those 1v1 battles as we see. It's a 5v3 at the moment and it hits a York foot. Now we have quick free taken. Umpire not happy. Liam Lloyd, coach on the side, not happy. I think Edgemead thought that it hit a York foot. It will be a York free hit. And Jason Grief say, let's finish strong York. Let's get another 2 or 3. Here's a chance as ball comes in, but still just too close to defenders. York win a free hit just outside the circle. Ball comes inside the circle, but it's beaten everyone and it goes over the baseline. Robert Rieber, come on boys. Danilton saying York on X Games mode. Zaid Pila, AB Essa from York, doing my jersey proud. Number 10, old boy. Regan Becker saying York doing what they do best. Nicholas Mills, great to see midweek hockey. Thanks for the coverage. Yep, it's school holidays for some of these schools, so we're happy to give you some midweek hockey. Colin Charles, nice commentary from both of you. Thank you very much, Colin. We hope Margate is treating you well, and thank you very much for your continued support on the live coverage of CS. York. I was about to say they were trying to win a free hit, and then Edgemead obviously gifted it to them. A hit over the back line, deliberate hit over the back line, and it's a penalty corner there to York. And
yeah, we've all been there. We have all been there.
Yeah, we've all been there, and it's. Robert Riebler saying, watching from Johannesburg. Thanks for the coverage. Yeah, we appreciate it, Rob. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, with these comments coming through here, I'm getting ready to move out to SWD. So you know, want to have a space for me out there in Neisner maybe, or George.
Ball comes out and it's unfortunately missed hit out again. It's a save and it beats the keeper and it almost beats everyone. And Edgemead now with a chance to try and clear the danger. They've got numbers forward. Got to try and find a pass, and it's a good pass towards the midfield, but unfortunately mistrapped. And York picks it up and consolidates again.
Step on that!
And we. Edgemead now with a free hit on outside, and they're playing the ball around in the back. And shot comes in, but it hits an Edgemead stick, but he's played advantage.
Oh, can you please catch your wake up?
A little bit of confusion here by the players. Potentially a little bit of anger. But seem to be putting it back together here.
Now step!
As my colleague AJ runs off with my notes.
Emre,
And he's back.
takes the first touch. If you 5, you can step.
Yeah, I think looking at the last 8.5 minutes here, Edgemead are definitely finding the steam. They're finding that extra gear, maybe coming back with a little bit more effort and rage than we'd expected. While York are clearly starting to look a little bit flustered, could be a little bit tired at this stage of the game. Still leading 3-0 with 8 minutes to go. Not really sure what could happen in those 8 minutes.
Step.
But we stay tuned in. We Just keep watching. Just we have a little bit of a error in communication there. Missed trap turnover, ball still rolling out. Edgemead definitely have their tails up here. And back comes Sean Slater. That is dangerous, unfortunately.
We didn't learn the lesson after the 7th one.
Coach Michael Slater not happy with that. That's Andrew Cato over there giving away a yellow card on him on the side. Very, very well trapped. Looking to ball right back up, going back at full pace by Connor. As we see Edgemead again looking to regroup, build up slowly. But York once again, your captain, just not backing down. Taking advantage of the eyes that are down. Calm build up as we see Kingry building as he has. Fantastic goal. That is, I believe it's number 11, Kieran Bucker. Fantastic finish there, definitely keeping his eyes open, staying switched on, looking for that loose ball, which has been the trend for the York side, capitalizing on those opportunities. A little bit of a struggle on the first two chuckers, but definitely taking full advantage here as we go into the last 6 minutes, leading 4-0 against Edgemead High School. And again, York looking to just build slowly, move the ball around the back, look for those spaces. Patience has definitely been their hallmark for today. I think it may have been the key word in Coach Michael Slater's team talk. Hopefully we can get him to share that with us a little bit later. Jason Slater, I apologize, not Michael Slater.
Yeah, we'll have. Remember, don't disappear after the game. We will be chatting to the man of the match, the man of the match, the two captains, and we're also going to have Jason Slater, the coach from York. We'll have a quick word with him after the game. So don't disappear, as we will be chatting to all of them as soon as the game ends.
Well, AJ, it's 4.5 minutes left. York leading 4-0. The goals that I've been scoring were well deserved, particularly with the way that they've been playing. And they've been playing like a professional outfit from start to finish. Not seen any moaning from them, not seen anything in the world of scrappy play. Where do you foresee this team going throughout the rest of this tournament? Now
Tom shot comes in and keeper just sees it wide. Listen, I think it's a good start for them. I really do. Considering that they haven't been playing hockey for a significantly less games than what the Cape Town schools would have been playing, I would think they would be happy with the result, but I don't think they will be entirely happy with the performance. I think besides getting the 4 goals, I think there's a lot of things just from a basic point of view that they will focus on. I think they will get stronger as the team as the weeks go on. Fascinated to see how they play against as the week goes, because I think we'll see we'll see them get stronger as the weeks go on. I think for Edgemead, I think unfortunately they were in the back foot from the beginning. I mean, I think they did run out a little legs and they were getting a bit tired. There was a bit of frustration from their side, because I think obviously the York players were moving the ball around, and I think there was just frustration that they couldn't get their hands on the ball, and you could see it a little bit in some of the tackles that were coming in. But Liam Lloyd, their coach, will not be entirely happy with how things went, considering they have played quite a bit. As big overhead comes and there's numbers inside the circle, but guys aren't 5, and it will be will be a free to Edgemead. So I think both teams, I think there's a lot to work and a lot to take from it. And I think, it is the last. I'm just very happy that these guys are playing. I think that's something that I think we all appreciate, and we won't ever take it for granted, considering the last 2 years or 18 months that we've had. So I think that's something, but I do think that we will see both teams get stronger as the week goes on, and also just we'll see them get used to the turf. It's going to be warm for the week. It will be a warm day. I doubt we're going to have any rain, so the turf's going to be like this most of the time. So they will have to just get used to it. Shot comes in, good save by the keeper. As we wind down the clock.
That was Keen Grieve coming through again there. He has been on fire for most of this game.
The ball comes in, it goes over the line, and
The sideline, please set up accordingly.
Great clearance there by keeper Nicholas Wareham.
And there we see it, ladies and gentlemen, our man of the match for the first match, number 13 from York, Kean Grieve. He's been influential throughout the whole game, and we'd like to congratulate Kean Grieve, first man of the match for the boys tournament. So congratulate Kean Grieve, and we'll have a conversation with him after the game, find out how he felt the game went. So congratulations, Kean Grieve. And there were a few York players there that were knocking on that door. Obviously AB Essa was one of them, Liam Galvin definitely, but Kean Grieve felt the most influential throughout the day, as York piling on the pressure there with Edgemead.
Great to see how well this York team has been gelling throughout this match. They've been connecting so well, and even if you look at the squad, you can clearly see there's a difference in ages and sizes and playing styles across the team, but they seem to be just operating on a level which is appropriate for what Coach Jason Slater is after. In the last 20 seconds, just looking to relieve it over the pressure, build up slowly, just maintain possession, not throw it away. Big ball coming here from Sean Slater, vice captain. 8 seconds left. What a finish by A.B. Essa.
4 seconds left on the clock, and 5-0 to York. What a finish by York. They'll be very happy with that.
And you just mentioned it a second ago that he has been one. These are the two guys who have also been quite influential in this match. Two of the other guys, and definitely showing up.
Yeah, great finish there by York, and congratulations on a 5-0 win. Also well done to Edgemead, put up a big fight throughout the game, and just running a little bit of legs. And thanks again to Belgotex for the sponsorship of this tournament, and congratulate the teams. But like we said, don't disappear. We'll be chatting to our man of the match, Kean Grieve, as well as Liam Galvin, the captain of York, as well as Daniel May, the captain of Edgemead. And we'll be doing just a quick tie-up after the game of the quick thank you. But again, thanks all for watching. Quickly, Randall, from your side, your thoughts on the game?
You know, this is the kind of thing that we expect from players, especially at this level. Consistent mentality, consistent adoption of strategy, playing to what the coach requires, maintaining that speed, maintaining the pace, and we could see the cohesion from the York side. Definitely something to watch. But we will have the post-match interviews coming up in a second. So handing over to AJ.
So Kian, man of the match, good performance, you happy with that?
I'm very happy with that, sir. Very proud of the team.
So how does it feel to be playing a lot of hockey again?
It's a great feeling. I've been looking forward to this day for like at least 19 months now, since last year, beginning of last year. I've been looking forward to this day.
What was the hardest for the last 18 months for you personally?
It'd have to be not seeing the boys on the field, the tours, having that little jaw with your friends. You know, it's been rough, but it's good to be back.
Looking forward, you leaving high school next year?
I'm grade 11 right now.
Grade 11, so one more good, hopefully a good grade 12 year. Was you looking forward to that?
I'm definitely looking forward to that next year.
Cheers, well done Kian.
Thank you so much.
So Daniel, captain of Edgemead, a tough start. You had a good first half there, but I mean a 5-0 loss, unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Boys dropped their heads and things just got worse.
What are some of the things you got to work on now going forward?
Definitely game management. Being able to play through the whole game and not switching off after a few bad mistakes or anything.
Are you excited that you're playing the last couple of games of the season?
Yeah, it's been a crazy few years, so it's lovely to be back on the field with the boys. Spending some quality time with them.
Cheers, thank you Daniel. Good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.